Hey you! I don't know what you're doing, but this video, maybe it's something. Alright. Bridgerton. I know, I might be late to the party, but maybe I'm not because guess what? The third season is just about to arrive. Although I'm assuming that most of you are actually quite familiar with the TV show, but it is a Netflix show based on a series of books regarding historical romances. Each book / each season follows a different couple, and that's pretty much Bridgerton. This series was so freaking popular at least a couple of years ago, I believe. It was very palatable for a lot of people. Romances are in general. There's no genre out there more popular than romances, and you can find me on this. The numbers don't lie. If we're talking only about books, romance is the top genre of all time, basically. 2020, TikTok is booming, so there come a lot of video edits, I should say, of the main couple. And that's when I decided, you know what, I will watch the TV show. Now, this is the video basically. Everything that I'm saying right now is just preparing you for the video. Some of you maybe might think of this as being superfluous, but I wanted to kind of provide you with some context because what you're about to see is something that I filmed, I think, last year. For different reasons, I wasn't able to give you the video, but I am giving it to you now. And since I told you the third season is just about to arrive, I think my commentary will still be relevant. Without any further ado, let's just jump in the video and see what I thought of Bridgerton. Enjoy. But first, an intermission. Now, Bridgerton, it's not just a typical historical romance. If you want to be more specific about it, it's what it's called a Regency romance. This is a very popular genre of historical romances and most definitely of romances themselves. And it depicts the Regency era of British society, which happened somewhere during the early 1800s, so 19th century. And if you're familiar with the time period, you will know that around this time, there comes a great author who took, romance by storm, and that is Jane Austen. There was another author who pretty much supported this type of romance, the Regency, and that is Georgette Heya. She has written more than 24 of these books. You can pretty much say that she's the mother of Regency romances. What you will see in these types of stories is definitely the British society at its best and at its worst, most likely. It's very much involved into the social political aspects of that era, but it obviously follows a romance nestled in that whole social political aspect, which involves a lot of conflict, especially if it stems from difference in social classes, because that's a typical way these stories would go. What I think is very interesting about this subgenre is how, while it depicts historical fiction and the bad that comes with history of that era, it's also subverting some of these expectations, as most likely some of the female characters, if not all of them, are more empowered than a typical female of that era would be. They are quick-witted, outspoken, and what happens when they meet the love interest, most likely, they fight, they banter a lot, and this is one of the things that makes their encounters actually entertaining. With these types of stories, it's all about the tension. Now, obviously, Bridgerton comes into this discourse later than what Georgette Heya was doing. So things will have changed based on what the audiences wanted at the time. You will still have the trademarks of a typical Regency romance, but you also have a little bit more spice. You will have some glances, you will have some smoldering glances at that, but you also have the explicit, not just the implicit. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about the Regency romance. I think it's very cool, and I might as well just, talk about it, because romance itself as a genre, it's something that I'm really passionate about. It's also one of the genres that I engage with the most. And also, I have a degree in these types of things. So what do you do with something like that? You just kind of have to flex your knowledge here and there. Now back to your scheduled program. Hello everyone. I'm back. I've been on TikTok. I've been on YouTube. And I've seen so many people talk about this show. And I haven't watched it. So I'm just gonna do it right now. But it's Bridgerton, right? Yeah, it's Bridgerton. Yay! I am literally just going blind. Like I know nothing about the show. All I know is that we have a love story and it's like interracial. Okay, is it like Victorian England? Oh, it's so Victorian England.
1813. Market like
The
sorrowful
hairdos.
sows by their tasteless.
I was able to squeeze my waist into the size of an orange and a half when I was Prudence's age. Your sister shall do the same.
Child. Anyway, so
Might exist.
Well,
in the
I love the
household of
lavender, though.
widowed Viscountess Bridgerton.
This is cool. Like that shot
A
was
shocking
amazing. Everything is about the details. See? The doorknobs. They're different. Oh, I know her. I saw so many videos of her. she does that thing. Oh, she did it. When she's like acting with her neck, like kind of like that, but more gracefully.
Any sign of him yet?
Oh, the hairdos. The makeup looks also nice.
Should your
It's
brother
very
wish to be obeyed as Lord
natural.
Bridgerton, he must act as Lord Bridgerton. Where is he, Benedict?
Okay.
The woman was too stunned to speak.
So, my eyes are correct.
So that was a butt. The costumes, they're amazing, they're gorgeous. I can see why so many people, especially young people, the Gen Z, like try to emulate the style, the corsets. Ooh, loving the white shots.
Lady Featherington.
Ah, they have feathers. This is a nice bit of comedy. I like it.
A glimmer of displeasure.
Because of the tight corset, right?
Miss Daphne Bridgerton. Presented by her mother.
Ooh, that was nice. That was nice. It was the sound. It was all with the sound. I don't know how to feel about that because it's like it's a trope that you would have the beautiful protagonist like being this diamond in the rough, that it's like so exquisite in everything, and the elite would just like know she's the one without like having anything to back that up.
What was it the Queen called you again? Flawless.
Like there's no problem if the protagonist is like the diamond in the rough, a sparkling star or whatever, but she needs to deserve it in one way or another, and we've only just entered into this like whole new world and she did nothing. She was just there and she was just beautiful.
Where's the flavor? Where's the flavor in this?
Also, it's like it's so much more fun when you make your character earn their spot.
Penelope, put down that book at once. You shall confuse your thoughts.
Those blemishes on her face are quite
Blemishes, she has none.
Lady Featherington.
Oh, she's racist. You can see her. When I'm thinking about it, I just hate it. That so many amazingly creative and talented women had to like contain themselves into these like restrictions and be a true lady, which meant literally doing nothing. Oh, that head. I can't stand the hair. I see a butt. Sorry. Oh, I can see the sideburns now. Oh, I wasn't able to see them before, but now that I do, it's
Bloodthirsty mamas at their sides.
oh
Wary
boy.
fathers making arrangements
Just
for their
you are the only one with sideburns. This shows you're not the main character,
Someone has got my
or
sister from the box.
you're not the love interest.
Ensure her
I mean,
body-
you're her brother, which is like oh, and how they sparkle. Ooh, that's beautiful.
This is what they have been raised.
They have some nice wide shots. Hey, stop! My cat just like drags his little paws on the door. No, it's a little bit weird that you have these scenes because if they're watching with like their parents, or if they're watching with like an adult, it's like it's this weird uncomfortable moment, and we all know that moment because we've all been there. But if it's just with their like friends or by themselves, it's this like and their pals, obviously, because it's gonna create so much drama.
The Duke of Hastings, now known forevermore.
Oh, that was nice to put in that little bit of information. And he has a beard. I think he's the only one who has a beard. It looks better. Yes, it makes him look better than the rest because it doesn't have the sideburns. Up until this point, they have introduced so many tropes from like all the love stories we know. So it's like, oh, they meet, but they meet because she was running from someone and he comes like this knight in shining armor, and they just coincidentally they brushed against each other and they stopped and they talked, and she doesn't know who he is, but he's so important, and that's what makes her special because she doesn't know him. So that's why he will regard her with more than just oh my god, this is Maroon 5.
Remarkable brilliance, fire, and luster has been unearthed.
He
Her
brings
name,
the
unknown to most,
puppy.
yet soon known to all, is
Choose
Miss Marina Thompson. And the drawing room at Bridgerton House currently appears to be emptier.
Okay, the editing is not that bad. Actually, it's pretty great. Like, it's on point, on the beat. I can see why some people would really enjoy this. Honestly, I can. It's like, it's everything that you would want, right? You have drama, you have a little bit of romance, you have some scandal, you have beautiful decor and beautiful dresses and jewelry and hairdos. Oh, most of them.
That Mr. Colin Bridgerton shall be awarded the year's grand prize when he sweeps Miss Thompson off her pretty little slippered feet.
Oh, the puppy.
I send the willow back to her farm.
The coloring is also on point. Very striking. That household is very different from this one, which is like very muted in colors, very cold, contrasting the other one, which was like very earthy with the green everywhere and like the flowers. So they have some symbolism in here, and they haven't used songs that aren't diegetic.
Are you merely an older brother, or are you the man of this house?
Mic drop.
Cannot see you anymore.
Why?
Why do you not understand?
Yeah, me neither. Why?
It is not for you to understand. I must do what is necessary.
Can you explain it
You would always protect me.
a little bit more?
What shall I do now?
So she's poor, is what I'm guessing.
You shall leave.
Whoa, again with the wide shots. These are like extreme wide shots, but they are so beautiful. And the lighting. The lighting. It's beautiful.
I'm afraid I cannot offer you that dance, Miss Cowper. I am to escort Miss Featherington to the floor.
He's a bad boy.
Madam. Yes.
I think that's a wig. She might be bored.
Privilege I present Vauxhall's newest spectacle.
I'm just speculating. Yes, indeed. That is wonderful. That looks absolutely stunning.
You haven't bled. It's been over a month since your arrival. You...
So is she pregnant?
Yes.
Oh, the puppy. Yes, indeed. That is wonderful. That looks absolutely stunning.
You haven't bled. It's been over a month since your arrival. You... So is she pregnant?
Yes, indeed.
Did you think I wanted to come here? To be around people like you, so out of touch, so superior.
Knew it. Called it. It was bound to happen. It was like prepared and set up for that moment of.
Nigel, not now.
Nigel, if you
Oh, he's gonna do something creepy.
I suppose, as your husband.
Oh, he's gonna do something creepy. I know it. Oh, he's gonna do something. He's gonna force himself on her, and then the love interest, the Duke, is gonna appear. And it's gonna. Oh yeah, here he comes.
Be best
Yeah.
leave.
You should thank you.
Oh, I didn't see that one coming.
What are you doing out here?
That was cool.
Avoiding certain default attachment.
But you will fall in love. For real.
Yours truly.
At least you have nice writing. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I mean, I don't think I thought it was going to be bad, but it was better than I expected. Yes. Does it have some problems? Yes. But is it like beautiful to watch? Yes. It's not my cup of tea. I think I might be able to overlook some of the flaws just to see the beautiful designing, the beautiful costumes, the beautiful makeup and styles and hairs, except for one.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
most of the shots are beautiful. The composition is amazing. It's so well done. And I'm back. Damn, this is good. I don't know if you know this about me, but I freaking love a good boba tea. Also, look, I have funky colors now behind me, which is awesome. Believe it or not, I actually enjoyed watching that episode of Bridgerton. It was a mix of good and bad. There were things that I didn't think that I would see that I've seen, and I was really entertained by them and also quite surprised. But there were also things that I didn't really vibe with, but it was a good first episode, and maybe I will go back and watch the second season, or I might even finish the first season. I don't know. You tell me, especially if you've seen the show. Even more so if you're excited about the third season. Let me know down in the comments if I should, just jump in the second season, continue the first season and then go to the second season, or even continue with the series at all. I am genuinely curious to see what people who have watched it think, because again, me just jumping into it purely for the hype of it, it was an interesting experience. But generally, when things are hyped on the internet and then you engage with them, even though they're good, still are being let down a little bit, because the hype is so much and it's so high that you have a different perception of the thing, and when that is contradicted with the thing itself, it's this weird sensation of dissonance. I think I was dealing with that at the time of me watching it, but I still know that I had some moments where I really enjoyed myself. And at the end of the day, a show and a movie and a book, anything that's for entertainment, should do that. They should entertain. So I was entertained in different ways, in ways that I didn't even imagine that I would be entertained, but I was. Thank you all so much for watching my video out of every other video in YouTube's corset history and bad facial hair. Until next time, I told you, it was something.